Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Brad, this is John, and we are the Posh Kings.
It's us again.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I always say it, but we always mean it. We really appreciate your support,
Yes.
and thank you so much for being here with us.
We love you all.
So here we go. We're going to talk about some things, reseller things, of course. That's what we talk about. And we answer a lot of the great questions that we receive on Instagram and YouTube.
So keep the questions coming.
Each question comes makes
We're
my
always-
job much easier. And we appreciate that.
Yes.
So, the first question of the day is, do you thrift in every state that you have traveled to since being a reseller?
No.
We don't.
Sadly,
We're
no.
total duds.
No, sadly. And we know everyone, we watch everyone
People that
out there.
have real amazing thrifting journeys.
Yeah, like they visit their friends or like something like that, or
They
family.
get the postcard,
they're
they get the
doing,
autograph.
they get it all. And I think
Everything.
With us, it's just a little bit different, as in when we travel, like when we travel for Poshmark.
Well, first of all, we have to preface this. We are kind of workhorses.
Mm-hmm.
We work 15 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is kind of our thing.
Yeah.
But look, we will go to dinner. We have no problem in calling a
Because
day
it's very important.
short.
You can work as much as you want because
Yeah.
there is no set time frame to work.
Right.
But you also have to find time for yourself. So that's a definite.
And we do travel and go away.
Yes.
By the time we are ready for a vacation, which we do travel fairly often, not crazy often, we are ready to just sign off.
And chill.
Let reseller assistant take care of the closet, or obviously they can't take care of Poshmark, but they do take care of Poshmark, not necessarily eBay. And then we have somebody ship our orders.
Yeah.
The last thing that we're really thinking about at that time is kind of thrifting, just because we kind of really trying to regroup.
Yeah.
Now, when we traveled to the 55 plus cities with Poshmark, it was
They were short
different,
trips.
but they were really short. Like we
business
literally
trips.
would fly in the night before, the next
Go
day
to the
we're
event.
getting ready to go to the event, or we were flying the day of. And then because it was 2 cities every month, after the one party is done,
Fly to the next city.
4 o'clock in the morning, we're flying to the next city. It was, there was never really kind of time.
Right.
So we know it would be really fun. And we've thought about doing...
Oh my God! I was just going to say this, by the way, which we haven't talked about in so long.
I don't know if he's going to copy my...
I am going to copy his
Okay,
thought.
what is it? Let's see if he knows.
We have always wanted and talked about maybe renting like an RV. Okay, well then I'll say my piece then.
Okay.
And going on a thrift trip, as in go drive across the country and every state hit thrift stores, because in case you guys didn't know, there are thrift store books out there, especially online, and they tell you where all the hottest.
They're not
thrift
always
stores are.
up to date, so call before.
Yeah, because a lot of them probably closed by now. But
you could be stuck in the middle of Schenectady
and trying to
not
find
knowing where you're going to
a damn
a store that
Goodwill,
doesn't
which ain't gonna
exist.
happen. But there are things out there, and they can tell you what the hottest thrift stores are in the neighborhoods. So what I would love to do is actually travel and just go check out all the awesome thrift stores along the way. What were you gonna say?
See, mine is so much better.
So mine wasn't that glamorous?
Yeah, not as much as mine.
thought
So
mine kinda
now
was.
I know because
Vote below after this, by the way. Vote below. We want to hear.
we have spoke to people that have done this. We have seen it on Sunday news, and it's pretty amazing. And I'm going to say Route 66, but I know it is not that. But there's that highway that goes through all the states, and there's
the world's longest.
9 million miles of thrifts. I'm not thrifts,
Yard
but
sales.
Yard sales.
It's that longest yard sale. Yes. Okay.
I mean, I can just see
Don't you have to
myself
you don't have to
in
comment?
short shorts and a wide-brimmed hat, and just living the moment.
Yes, in the
Right?
9 million miles of
9
yard
million
sales.
miles.
But yeah, that's definitely. I agree with you. That's a good
That
one. I
would be
love to do
super
that
cool.
too.
We would really.
If you guys know what that is, look it up. It's just say Google.
I know somebody watching knows what it is.
It's the world's.
I can't remember the highway.
I know.
It goes through a
Yeah.
bunch of states and
But it's known as the world's longest
yard
sale or something like that.
Oh my God, that's it.
Just Google that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So yeah,
Even since I was a kid, I've like seen it.
Hands down,
That's like a
he
thing to
wins.
do.
I would rather do that first, actually. So
See, we should do that.
we should totally do that.
You know what would be super cool?
It's like a YouTube,
is that
like-
we could like meet other Poshers along the way.
And hit the
Or
yard
other
sales.
resellers in general, other eBayers that we're friends with. It's amazing.
Could be something.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we are now into the next one. This is kind of fun, and this is an interesting question we've never had before.
Oh God.
And we actually brought in an example.
One of the items.
What is the scariest item you have ever sourced? Okay, this is the total truth, and we're gonna give you two examples. Two. So
And there have been others too, but these are like the two that really stand out.
they really stand out. Like it's major, and you're gonna want to watch this through. So the one item is a Gucci arm tote. It's not the big giant one. It's kind of the one that fits on the arm, and the gal holds it like this. Purchased it, took it home, yada yada yada, and it had a couple like little like marks on it or something like that. So I'm trying to clean them off, do whatever I do, prep an item. And I noticed the bottom of the tote is kind of chunky.
Like lumpy?
Lumpy.
But like small lumpy. Like almost like beads or something. Or
Yeah.
like I couldn't even explain it. It was weird. It felt like there was, or like sand. It was something
It
weird.
was very peculiar. So Brad had went out to take a bunch of stuff to the post office, and I said, something's not right. And he wasn't there. So I put my hand down at the bottom of the bag. There was nothing on that I could see, but I could feel a lot. And what I figured out was there was a lot of something between the liner and the outside shell of the bag.
Yeah.
But it wasn't apparent. You couldn't see in the eye. And I'm like, this feels really weird. I can't sell it like this. What on earth has been put
Inside
inside
the two
the liner and
fabrics.
the outside shell?
materials.
I had to open it up. So, I got my seam ripper, and I took the inside bag, the shell of the fabric
The liner.
out, pulled it out, and I took a seam ripper along the bottom of the bag because I'm really good at sewing, and I'm like, I knew I could re-sew that to where it would
Resell it
look
if you
like
have to.
brand new.
Yeah.
Looked in the bottom of the bag, and there was. Now, mind you, I'm a kid that lived through the 80s and nightclubs.
Studio 54.
Studio 54 type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there were, had to have been 4 or 5 inches of cocaine in the bottom of the bag. No joke. It was like chopped up, but still grainy.
So messed up.
I know this because if it were 1985, I would have chosen something other than to dump it in the toilet. And no joke, it was full of cocaine. It obviously somehow was used to traffic
Obviously.
a fairly large sum of cocaine. And here we have it.
Which we will not sell.
Oh, yeah. So
I'm so scared to sell this stupid
because
thing.
I am so like anti all of that now in my life and have been for a gazillion years.
Yeah.
I mean, if I ever tried anything like that at my weight, I'd be dead on the spot. My heart would just say, no damn way. But anyway, so, yeah, I emptied it in the toilet and, whatever, proper dismissal of those things. And here she is in all of her glory. I will not even do anything. I won't sell it. I won't do anything. I washed it.
we were
inside the bag.
gonna ship it to your sister, and we're like, never mind,
Oh
don't
my
ship it.
God! If the dogs
If
get to the
dogs
bag,
get to the dog- I don't need them tracing us, and we get in trouble when I thrifted this stupid bag.
bananas, and it's like brand new.
Super cute though.
So it has been thoroughly washed, and it now sits in the closet with no home other than the closet.
Yes.
But it sits there for a memory. So the second one, when I was a kid, my first real apartment was I was 19 years old. I was going to cosmetology school, you know, the whole shebang. And I moved in, when in Maryland, downtown, in an area called Mount Vernon, was a big brownstone. I was on the second floor of this gorgeous brownstone, da-da-da-da. So I was, you know, I didn't have a lot of money. I was going to school, but I still wanted to look grand and fabulous. So I went shopping at Salvation Army for everything. And that's when Salvation Army and Goodwill actually were well priced.
And great. And they gave like really good deals on stuff.
Crazy deals.
Yeah, good product too.
So I found this amazing Empire, which I don't know why I gave it away. It's probably worth tens of thousands of dollars. Credenza, this massive credenza, to go into my living room. And no joke, I paid $13 for it. Yes, I know that would have been, of course it was on sale, but that would have been 1987 or something like that, or 89, something along that line. Anyway, so I borrowed a truck from a friend because, you know, you had to pick it up, you know, within 24 hours. And I got my sister, you know, who's, you know, strapping gal, yeah, nice big arms, my sister, and to help me carry it, because, you know, it was narrow, except, you know, there's brownstones, there's narrow, crazy
God, those stairwells are nuts.
Bananas.
Yeah.
You know, and I was thin. I was, you know, and this is a standing joke, and Brad doesn't believe me. I had a 26 waist at that time. I know you can't believe it now. And he's so tired of hearing about my 26-inch waist, but I was rail thin. A good wind just knocked me down the street.
Oh, God.
So I made my sister, of this like 900-pound credenza, go on the bottom and push it up the stairs.
You put her on the heaviest part.
So I was on the top, and I mean, all I could do was inspire her and just keep screaming at her, push girl, push girl, push.
Keep going.
So after the first flight, I happened to notice, because she had a light colored gray or pink blouse or something, or, you know, t-shirt on, and all of a sudden she's just wet all over. I mean, just soppy wet. And I said, "Oh my gosh, what's on you? I don't understand." She said, "I don't know, I just feel so wet." She said, "There's this stuff dripping all over me." So anywho, so we get into my apartment, and she's like, "What is this? I feel so wet and it stinks so bad, or badly." And so I start pulling the drawers of this thing, and on the one side drawer, which was on the end that she was pushing,
So gross.
there was a urinal full still of urine.
Well, it was a
Yeah, like the man's bed thingy,
the
jug.
The jug. I call it the jug.
I guess it was donated, and they were so hot to sell this item that they didn't look through it a bit. And my poor sister.
At least it wasn't you.
But look, I got into my apartment. I was dry. She was good. She can go home and bathe.
Yeah.
So
Throw
that is
her out.
the second scariest. And I know that was a long story.
It was a long story. We would love to hear yours. So if you
Yeah.
want, comment below. What's the craziest or creepiest or whatever kind of thrift thing that you've ever done?
I think
found?
we all have something.
We all have a story. I would love to hear them.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
comment down below, please. We'd love to hear it.
Next question. If you could have a mono store, what would you sell? Mono store meaning one specific
One
type
type
of
of a
product
genre.
or one particular brand.
Mm-hmm. Bags.
Oh, definitely.
Love bags.
Definitely bags.
I want to have a bag
Bags
store.
of all brands.
Yep, bags of all brands. Contemporary, luxury,
Yeah.
all of it. Vintage, I love it all. I love bags.
Yeah. It's just,
It's so fun.
there's something about them.
Yeah.
Next is, what is a part of reselling you don't like to do?
Ugh,
Repairs.
repairs suck.
I mean, I think some people love repairs.
And he's, as we said in the prior video, he is the guy who does the repairs out of us.
I do the repairs. He does most of like the cleaning.
I
of
do
the shoes.
cleaning
And he's very,
and stuff
very
like that.
good at it.
At the bottoms of shoes, I can do all that stuff. But like missing buttons, as again stated in the prior video,
Holes and-
I can't sew to save my life. I can't glue. I can't do any of that stuff. So
He does a lot. So he does the shipping department.
shipping department, labels, inventory, and I clean shoes.
He does a couple things. A couple.
Thanks.
Most of it's on my shoulders. Thank God I'm so strong.
Oh, I know. It must be so hard.
I know. So hard. So hard. And this is kind of a sweet one. And
we get asked this obviously a lot.
Yeah.
I know because it's been so long now.
and what's great is because every time we mention this, these people get a whole host of questions from people to help them. It's great. But they helped us, and we're forever
and we're
thankful.
forever grateful.
When you started out, what sellers influenced you the most, or did you looked up to? First, the kindest woman you could ever imagine, and I'm sure she needs no announcement, is Jen, Belle in Blue.
She is Poshmark royalty. She's like the OG.
I mean, really, all of these people.
I mean, they're all royalty.
And they're all gals, because it was all women at that point, except
Yeah.
for us.
So definitely follow her. She's on Poshmark. She's on Instagram. Belle in Blue _ Jen, I think is her Instagram handle. Puts out funny content too.
So this is kind of two. S Cannon and Infinity Rain.
Am I allowed to say the fun fact about S Cannon?
Yeah.
S Cannon, which is one half of Infinity Rain, you guys should be following all of them.
Mm-hmm.
In their Instagram, they own stores in Texas, beautiful stores, boho chic, fabulous. S Cannon, fun fact, is the first person to ever hit $1 million in sales.
Yeah, and I think they've hit like 55 trillion since.
Yeah, gazillionaires.
Yeah.
We love them.
You know what, this is crazy? I think all except for one are actually on the $1 million spectrum for Poshmark. Then you have Sandy. She's no longer a seller.
She took a break.
She took a break. She's taking a break for a while, doing lots of fun things with her son and so forth. And amazing, elegant, fabulous woman. And again, Sandy, Saundie.
Miss Aisha, 555. She, again, is one of the OGs. Like, go follow her. She sells a ton of stuff. And when we were small, when we were first starting, we looked up to these people because when we would
you talk about boss babes. These are all the real deal.
Again, we have one more as, whatever. Actually, we'll say the last one, then I'll explain why, we're so
And that's
grateful.
Violet 507.
Who is now not turned into, but she's become our best friend. So, everyone knows you can make real friends through this Poshmark world and the reselling world in general. Jasmine has become our best friend. Violet 507, go check her out. The best thing I love about these fabulous women is that when we first started, we would, do what most people that just start do, and that was we would share like 100, 200 items. And
We were insanely obsessed with
I was like, let's share them. These are like these are the big dogs, and then they would share us back like 10. And I'm like,
and they were probably so annoyed with us.
and I'm like, because we would flood their feed, obviously, with us sharing them, and they would share us back like 10 times. I'm like, okay, we're legend. This is it. It's over. We hit our mark. So
we were fans.
So definitely follow each and every one of them. They're really good people,
and now we're so fortunate to call each and every one of them our friends.
Our actual friends.
Yeah.
So
honored. Truly, it's an honor to
to
learn from these amazing people and to stand in their shadow. Trust me.
And again, one more thing. Feel free, comment below on someone that's inspired you and that you had the same kind of interaction.
Yeah, definitely so.
Because it's we love hearing success stories. We love hearing how you've evolved in your own reselling journey. So comment below. We would love to hear it, and can't wait to hear from you guys.
Exactly. Be well. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Be sure to click the subscribe button, the like button. We'll keep putting out content for you guys. Thank you so much for everything. We love you all. Have a good one.
Take care.